Hi friends, today I'm here to discuss a very important topic. I'm Ganesh. I'm going to teach you about communication skills. So what is communication skills, or why communication skills has been given so much importance? Say for instance, when you're going to analyze all successful leaders across the world, or even successful people across the world, one factor that they had in common was their exceptional communication skills. If you're going to observe, or once you're going to read the biography of famous leaders, they were all excellent communicators. We could name them: Winston Churchill, Abraham Lincoln, Martin Luther King. These people had an exceptional communication skills with which they became great leaders. It is not only in political scenario, but also in business. We could see a lot of people who had great communication skills became very successful in their business. For instance, our Ford, what he did was, like, he had exceptional ideas. The way he was able to communicate made him to grow his business, made people to trust him in his business. So communication skills is something which is very quite essential. You might ask me, Ganesh, like, we have learned a lot of things, I'm very much strong in my technical aspects, but why I need to focus on communication skills? Say for instance, you might have great ideas within you, but if you're unable to communicate, or if you're unable to express in the right aspect, nobody is going to know what is the great ideas that is going to be within you. You will not, your ideas is going to get buried along with you. Unless and until you know how to communicate or how to express, the ideas within you will not be known to the world. So in order to go ahead and make things understand, like ideas to reach people, you need exceptional communication skills. Or say for instance, tomorrow you might start a great business. To make people to believe in your business, or to make your workers work for you, you need communication skills. So that's the reason we are going to understand a very important element called communication skills, through which you are going to elevate your career. You are going to enrich your skills. See, this one skill that can overcome all the other skill sets that you have, or say for instance, any drawbacks that you have in other skill sets can be overcome with one skill that is called the communication skills. Once you are strong in your communication skill, you can overcome all small drawbacks that you have in any other aspects. So that's why we are going to insist, or that's why we are going to focus more on communication skills. So let's just get started with what is communication skills. You might say, like, Ganesh, since we have stepped out of our school, like, we have been bombarded with this word communication skills or soft skills, but we are not quite sure, like, what does that mean, or what is communication skill is all about. So don't worry, I'm not here to go ahead and bore you with a lot of lectures, or I'm not going to give you a lot of theory. I'm going to go ahead and put it in simple, clear words, wherein it is going to help you in understanding what this communication skill is all about. So let me just give you a simple definition for communication. What is communication? Communication can be defined in a simple term as a meaningful interaction. See, I can go ahead and speak a lot of things, a lot of words, unless and until it means something to you, it is of no use. It is not regarded as communication. So a meaningful interaction, or a meaningful sentence that has been said, is called a communication. So there are a lot of different types of communication: a one-to-one communication, one-to-many communication. So there are a lot of types of communication. So what we are going to focus on is on communication, how we are going to utilize this. So when you're going to speak about communication, there are different ways of communication. There are different components of communication. So first thing is, what we are going to see is, like, what are the different components that we have in communication. The first and foremost component of communication is context. Context is nothing but what is that the overall picture that you're going to convey, what is the theme, what is the content, or what is that you're going to convey. That is what we mean by context. What is the exact idea that you want to put it across to people? That is what we mean it by context. The next important thing is the sender or the encoder. So sender or encoder means the person who is going to send the message. Say for instance, when you're listening to this video, I'm the sender and you are the receiver. So whatever that I'm going to send it across to you, it reaches you. You give me a verbal nod, yes. In most cases, like when I'm going to say a joke, you laugh. That is the response. So I'm the sender and I'm sending the message across to you. You give me a response. That is called as the feedback. So sender, and you are the receiver. So sender is the person who initiates the conversation or who sends across the message to the other person is called the sender. So the third important aspect is the message. Message is nothing but what is the theme, what is the central information that has to be carried out. Say for example, in this video, the message is nothing but the importance of communication skills. So why is communication skill important? So that is the message of the whole communication. So once after the end of the session, if you are going to be knowing what is communication and why communication is important and what are the different barriers of communication and what are the ways to overcome it, I am successful as a sender because the information that is within me has reached you, or I have conveyed what is there within me to you. So that is what we call it as the message. The central theme or the information that is about to be conveyed is called as the message. And next is the medium. What is the medium? Say for example, I'm meeting you in person and I'm going to interact with you. Air is the medium. Medium is nothing but the one that connects between the sender and the receiver. The thing that connects between the sender and the receiver is called the medium. So here, now I'm interacting with you through this video message. So the audio and video components that are involved here is the medium that is enabling the communication between you and me. So now I'm able to see you, I'm able to interact with you. It is all because through this medium called the audio video equipments, the AV equipments, the camera, the LCDs that you have there and the sound systems that you have. That is the medium that connects between you and me. So this is called the medium. So after medium, what is the important component of communication is the recipient. So right now in this communication that's happening now, you are the recipient. You are the one who is receiving the information from me, so you are called the recipient. Or in simple terms, the person who is going to receive the message is called a recipient. So in most aspects, you can see a lot of people would be involved. Say for instance, when you're watching a news channel, all the audience across the globe are the recipients. So it is one-to-many communication. So the last and final component of communication is called the feedback. Feedback is nothing but, say for instance, once you're going to send a parcel to your friend, you need an acknowledgement. It is a confirmation that the parcel has reached your friend, correct? So same way, say for instance, when you are sending a message to someone or when you're conveying a message to someone, the feedback is the one that is giving you the confirmation that the message has actually reached the person. So in most aspects, nods, like when, say for instance, when your class teacher asks you a question, you go ahead and nod them, yes. So it is a feedback. It is a confirmation that you have understood what your teacher has conveyed or what your teacher has taught you. So same way, there are different ways of giving a feedback. One is a nod or using verbal nod like yes, like when you are speaking to someone over the phone, you will not just nod your head, you will also say yeah, something like that. So it is just a confirmation that you are giving to the other person that what they have said has actually reached you. So these are the different components of communication. Let me just put it across to you. The first one is context. Context is nothing but the overall theme of the purpose of communication. The second thing is sender or encoder. Sender or encoder is the person who is sending across the message. Third one is the message. It is the actual information that has been sent from one person to the other. And fourth one is medium. Medium is through which you are communicating. Fifth one is the recipient. Recipient or the decoder is the one who receives the message. And the last one is called the feedback. It is a confirmation that the message has actually reached from the sender to the receiver. So these are the different components of communication.